Mwahaha.
I was waiting for it. I was like, I'm not going to say a single thing until you do something. Fucking
That's about all you're getting from me.
an awful muhahaha.
It was
Oh,
awful? That's so mean.
I'm sorry. Well, it is Halloween. I can't be nice. I have to be spoopy. It is Halloween. You know, it's the day before Halloween. Because nobody's going to listen to a podcast on... no one's going to listen to it anyway. No one's going to listen to a podcast on Halloween. Are they?
Well, the day before Halloween is Devil's Night.
Oh, perfect. For the homosexuals. It's gay night. And the feeling's right. What a night.
What? You should become a poet.
Thank you. I am a descendant from William Shakespeare.
Oh, wow.
Well,
that's where the British accent comes from.
Yeah. Direct. No one else has got one apart from me because I'm directly linked to him.
Yeah.
Everyone else is just fake.
Crazy.
Oh, the icons are the wrong size on the thing. Sorry. I made my icon slightly bigger by accident. So, it's spooky season. Hopefully by the time this goes out, I've not died in London. Because I will have been and come back.
Hell yeah.
That's quite
Hopefully
exciting.
Not.
No, in the next episode, we might have, like, pictures to look at. Who knows? We might have a video to look at, depending on whether or not
exciting.
I can hold myself together. God.
I don't know if you'll be able to wait to show me it.
No, definitely not. But I'll probably not be able to stop myself from bringing it up on the podcast. And shout out to TJ, who you don't know TJ, but shout out to TJ.
Woo!
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
We'll see whether or not he gets it this far into listening to the podcast to recognise that I've shouted him out. Okay, so it's spooky season. I would say, is Halloween like your favourite time of year?
Yeah. Everything starts getting colder, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I really fuck with the decorations. Yeah, and I love dressing up. It's like my favorite thing in the world.
Yeah, we're homosexuals. They all do.
Yeah.
Everyone
I dress
likes
up even
dressing
when
up.
it's not Halloween, but most of the time you're not alone dressing up.
No.
When
I'm
it is
like
Halloween, that's a
fucking
little bit better.
Mrs. Doubtfire running around my fucking apartment. That's a reference I can say, and Ryan will actually get it.
Hell yeah.
Let's talk about our favourite horror film, Mrs. Doubtfire.
It's a body horror.
I've just got, like, the visual of him, like, after he puts his face in the cake and it, like, pops up and goes, hello! God, what a brilliant film. Anyway, I don't think you liked it, actually.
I liked it when I was a kid.
You had some choice opinions on it when I made you watch it recently.
Did you make me watch that?
Yeah, like...
I've seen that movie before.
Okay.
Why did you make me watch that?
I don't know. Maybe I chose it for, like, my birthday film or something.
Oh.
It might have been one of those films. Because that's, like, a weird made-up rule that we have, is I make you watch a film for my birthday.
Yeah.
And this year...
I don't get out of it.
This year will be a horror film, though.
Oh.
The Cat in the Hat!
Oh, fuck you.
I'm joking.
Am I not? I'm allowed one veto, and it was always used on Cat in the Hat.
Yeah, but I know that you also don't like claymation. So it could be like Chicken Run. I could pick Chicken Run. I think you'd enjoy it. Too. Wallace and Gromit?
Ugh. Wallace and Gromit. I'm gonna have pitchforks and torches outside my window very soon.
No, I have no... What? Oh, here's a good one. And we've both got the same answer, if you can remember it. What's the worst horror film you've ever seen?
Wait. Is it one we've recently watched?
I would say, like, recently as in, like, the last year or so, maybe? I can't remember when we watched it.
Oh my god. I feel like the worst one would have been that fucking...
Come on.
Revenge one. I can't remember what it's called.
Okay, no. Okay, well, I know which one you're on about, though.
We actually shouldn't bring that up, maybe. Let's skip over that.
We didn't choose to watch it.
It was
Somebody
terrible.
else chose it for us to watch.
Die.
I think it was I Spit on Your Grave, but
Oh
like
yeah,
a
but it was like
modern.
not. It was like a fourth one because they've made multiple of these fucking movies for some reason. I couldn't
Yeah,
even. I didn't even want to sit through one of them.
yeah, no, it wasn't
I don't know what
comfortable at
you're
all.
referencing though, so I'm sorry. What's your
Skinamarink.
answer? Oh yeah, no, that was terrible. That was bad in a much different way.
Oh yeah, no. I think so. I don't know which one. I think we watched like the fourth. But I went back and deliberately watched like the original because it was on Tubi,
Really? Oh jeez.
and it's got some
That is. It seems like a
fucking.
Tubi film.
Oh yeah, we'll get onto a Tubi film. That's a good segue. But no, the original one's like, it was making things recoil. There were things
Yeah.
snip snip. No, no, not for me.
Oh.
Mm-mm. Nope, absolutely not.
I think you are the target audience. Not really,
Me
but like,
specifically. Fucking hell.
no, not specifically.
That sounds really bad. Oh my god. Can we talk about the other two film?
I would have. Oh yeah, we can.
I
So
don't
one
like where
day,
this has gone.
I was scrolling through Tubi. Well, no, I wasn't scrolling. I was looking up a new film that's about to come out that everybody's pretty hyped for is Good Boy. It's a film about an actual dog who has, like, to help protect its owner from these, like, I guess, ghosts or whatever.
Mm.
That's what I've gained from the trailers.
Like The Conjuring, but it's a dog.
Yeah, which seems really fun. So I was looking that up, but when I looked up Good Boy, that's not the film that came up.
Mm-mm.
It was this Norwegian film from was it like 2015 or something like that?
I feel like it was even
Maybe
more
it was
recent. I think it was like a
really.
lockdown film. I'll Google it.
Yeah. Well,
It's 2022.
it's different. That's for sure. And
the
that's a lot more
synopsis
recent
of
than I
it?
thought.
Do you wanna give like a brief summary of the plot without? I don't know. Do you want to spoil it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know
can.
how we could possibly talk about this movie without spoiling it completely. I mean, you can look up the synopsis. I'm pretty sure it tells you. It's like this woman who is going on a date with this really well-off man, and she goes back to his house. And he's got a really nice house. So they really like each other, and they have a night, and then she finds out that he's got this dog. But the dog's not a dog. The dog is a man in a dog costume.
It's what we've all always wanted. Is our own man in a dog costume that silently lurks in the doorways and watches us have sex with people that we've met on Tinder.
Yeah, and it got a little bit weird at the start. You kind of thought, man, this is just a fetish movie. Someone just really wanted to have a dude crawl around in a dog costume. But then it actually did get kind of horrifying.
Yeah, it actually turned
started
into a proper horror film.
Except for when she runs into the woods and lays
Oh.
down and cries for like 30 minutes for no reason. But I mean, if you had witnessed these horrors, I'm not sure I wouldn't have ran into the woods. Maybe not to the woods.
For context, like, how do we get to the woods?
So he,
I need you to relive.
it's just so hard to articulate. He fucking tells this woman, and for some reason she doesn't immediately never talk to this man again. She actually like gets into the fucking dog thing.
Yeah, she's hesitant
And
at
'cause
first, and then talks
she
to a
is
friend.
a little bit
Awful
hesitant.
Friend.
Yeah. The friend was like, hit that shit. He's rich as fuck.
Yeah.
This is just something rich people do. Shouldn't be something rich people do, but I guess.
You never
So
know.
you think
Maybe
that
when you're
he's-
rich.
Yeah, so he's telling her that this is just his roommate who really enjoys being in a dog costume. He thinks it's a psychological thing, right? And you're kind of like, man, okay, that is weird, but maybe he's a nice guy taking care of his weird friend. and he's rich. He's got all this money, so like, and I don't think he has any parents. His parents are dead. He's like a recent multimillionaire, and he's like 23. So, I mean, I don't know. You're still kind of weirded out why anybody would allow this to happen in their own home. But
You're,
especially
the
somebody who's
way
not
that you
paying any
fucking
rent.
the way that you spoke then, do you know that TikTok video of Willem Dafoe where he's like, and he likes classical music and he's gay. You sounded like that then. You're like, he's recently orphaned and he's rich and he's, you know, I don't know what the fuck is going on.
I don't know. There's
You
just a lot
sounded like
going
you
on.
were making it up.
I'm not. That's
No,
the
I know.
thing. All of this happened. I'm just like at the beginning I was kind of trying to like maybe I'm the asshole for thinking this is weird. Like I don't know, it's his life, his choice. But they're fucking she wants to fuck the dog, okay?
Oh
And that's
yeah.
where it gets really weird cuz she's like getting into it. She thinks that this is like a sex thing. And she's trying to please this rich guy. So he leaves them alone together for the first time and she's like definitely down for it. But he like pulls his mask back and he's sweating buckets. And he's like, you gotta help me, this guy's fucking crazy. But he comes back too soon, and the guy just starts going back to being a dog. And you're just left like, what is going on? I thought I was about to have to watch this really weird fetish movie. Now things have taken a turn. Probably for the better, because I didn't want to watch that original plot at all.
No, I remember, because there were three of us watching, I remember all three of us, like, it was like we exhaled when he took the mask off. We were like, oh, thank God it's an actual horror. Like, oh, we
like,
don't have to just
weird.
watch soft porn right now. Oh, thank God.
I was ready to cut it off. I was like, if it doesn't get any better in the next 20 minutes, I don't know if I can finish it. But it did. It got pretty crazy. The anxiety skyrocketed.
So she takes him for a walk.
Oh, yeah.
They sort of, like, vaguely come up with a plan where, like, she's gonna kill him in his sleep or something.
Oh my
But she
God, I
does-
forgot about that plot.
She does a fucking awful job of, like, getting a weapon and hiding it from him, like, but they
She puts
also
it under the pillow.
yeah, they also she tries to, like, Andrea Governor him from The Walking Dead. They do a really good job though of, like, the fake out where you think he knows and that he's caught on, but then it turns out that he doesn't and he's just fucking about with her.
Right.
Like, I do think that, like, for what they were given, they did do a good job with the acting in this film.
Yeah.
I
And
don't
it's
think it
also
was
in a different
terrible.
language.
Yeah.
So the whole time we're just reading subtitles and going off of So
Not
it
my
is a little
preferred
hard to
way of watching a
discern.
film.
It's a little hard to discern what's good acting in a different language sometimes, but it did like at times you were kind of immersed in the anxiety of it, so they
It
did a
was
good job with
like-
that.
It was like you were reading a book, but you had the visuals the entire time, which is
Yeah.
exactly like a film. It just so happens. But no, like, we were, like, all reading it together, and then, like, my eyes would flicker up, like, after I read what he said, and then I'd look at his face, and I was like, oh no, does he know? It was a nice, like, I don't know, I kind of want to watch more foreign horror films, to be fair.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm missing out a little bit. I know that, what's, like, Battle Royale from?
I don't know.
Where, I don't know which country made Battle Royale, but, like, I know that there are countries out there that, like, do some good fucking horror. And I've, like,
Yeah.
never delved into it because it's just foreign speaking. And I'm, like, fucking
I
simpleton
just
brain.
Yeah, I just recently cuz they made like a new one, but I wanted to also it I tried to watch the original because it was from like really long ago. It's a Swedish like sci-fi kind of like thriller kind of movie. It's called Anira,
Okay.
but the original is an opera. And I
Oh.
didn't know that. So that was a little bit hard for me to get into.
That's a
So I
plot
do need
twist.
to I'm ready to watch the more recent one because I don't believe that one's musical in the slightest. I think that's just like a sci-fi movie that they remade. it into, and that's a little bit more my speed. Um, I'm sure the opera is beautiful, and they it was like a whole group of people. It's
Not
about
to
like
offend die-hard hardcore fans of opera. Horror
I'm sure it was
yeah.
beautiful,
Horror opera.
but
Opera.
yeah, no,
So anyway, she makes
but
this
stuff
plan.
like that, you know.
She makes this plan. It doesn't work. And fucking what's his face tries to
He
escape.
The dog also, when they came back from the walk, told him about what was up. Did you remember that part?
Did
He
he
was like
snitch?
immediately like, yeah, because she brought or he brought her down, and he's in the cage, and he's like he's being punished now for
Yeah.
even like thinking to like go back on this blah blah
Oh
blah.
yeah. Because we were like, oh yeah, no, fuck you. We were
Right,
like, you had
like
your
how
chance, fuck you.
yeah. So I was immediately not on his side anymore.
Yeah, no, definitely
But
not.
that's when he like started attacking him and tried to, and then she escaped while he was going after him.
But
The
yeah,
the
which is
dog.
when we got the extended scene of her fucking just wailing in the woods like
Yeah,
a
and
fucking
then
madwoman.
the fucking torture barn.
Oh my god. So yeah, she goes back and like he ends up smacking her around the back of the head because fucking obviously. And the film ends in like I wouldn't have. It definitely wasn't like we kind of predicted that. Like, oh well, she's gonna go back and she's gonna get fucked up, kind of thing. It seemed like it was gonna be
Yeah.
one of those films that was gonna end that way. But so there's the reveal that not only does he have like the regular male dog, but now he's turned her into a dog, and there's been some kind of time jump.
Yeah.
And do you want to the final
Yeah, so
scene?
the beginning of the movie starts with him preparing a meal for his dog. And then the end scene is also him preparing these meals for his dogs. Now he's got more than one. And after he feeds his other two, he makes up another bowl with sweet potato, and he sets it on the ground, and a little baby in a little costume crawls up to the bowl and eats out of the bowl. And it just zing, that's the end.
I can't think of a horror film that we've watched as a group that has made us all in sync go "Ugh!"
It was
because just the
horrible.
sheer terror of like, and don't get me wrong, that's like good horror. That like caught me
Yeah.
so off guard and is such a fucking like sick like twisted idea. I was like, fantastic, bravo to you.
In such
I
a
was like, fair
simple
play.
way to show it
Yeah,
too, and then like no explanation needed. You automatically understand
yeah.
how fucked up this just got and is gonna continue to be, and you're just left with that forever. Like that's a horror movie.
So, because we are like diehard Good Boy fans, we will be funding our own Good Boy 2.
And we already have casted
Yeah,
the
K9 Boogaloo.
dog.
The Ryan has volunteered as the dog.
Hey, no.
The dog. Ryan's the dog. We've got the
I
furry
figured
outfit
you would
ready.
really like that.
I'd give it a
I
go.
figured you would really like that, Earl. Yeah.
I wouldn't
You
turn
would
it
like the
down.
cage.
Let's not go that far.
He was eating good. I tell you
Oh,
what, I
that's
can
true.
cook.
That is, hey, he was doing some good fucking eggs. They were good eggs.
Yeah. Except for when he was being punished, he had to actually eat dog food.
Yeah. But they weren't
I don't think
like,
I'd do that to you.
well, that's a relief. That's good to know. Oh my days. Well, I don't really know how we segue away from that. It was a good segue into it. Should we talk about comic stuff?
Yeah, let's wash our brains from the
I love
previous.
that I wasted my time making an order of things for us to talk in, talk through, and we've just skipped the last one.
I also forgot to ask you what your Halloween costume would be, but I think the good boy costume would probably be best.
That wouldn't be a bad one. The place of my employment is doing like a Halloween costume contest. where
Ooh.
like I think the person that wins gets like a day off or something. I don't work on that day,
Oh my
but
god.
if I did, I don't see. The thing is, when like places do Halloween costumes, you've got to work in your costume,
Right.
and it's a 12-hour shift where I work. So I can't go
That's a
all
long
out
time.
like I would have done a fucking decade ago. A decade ago, I did like oh, and you'll get the reference now as well. I don't know if I've got pictures of it, but I did Mason Verger's cut off face from Hannibal season 2 when
Oh
he's
jeez,
slicing his face
yeah.
off. I did that like on
That
myself.
is crazy.
But you can't do shit like that like as an adult working an actual job.
Yeah, it's gonna fall off like halfway through the day.
So I thought I'd go like the clever route if I was gonna go like, if hypothetically it happens next year or something, and I'd wear a plumb bob.
What is that?
It's the little symbol thing.
Oh, okay.
I'd just get a
I
headband with
do
a
know.
plumb bob on.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
I think
Oh
that,
yeah, that's
and
cute.
I think people would get it, and that's the important
Yeah.
thing. I'm like, I need something recognizable that like might get me a day off. They're like, you should
Oh.
probably not come in. Whatever you've got going on, just don't come in tomorrow. What's
I
your
don't know.
Halloween? What do you
Oh.
do? Do you wear
Well, it was
clothes?
originally I do wear clothes, that's for sure. I try to keep clothes on.
Wait, no, I'm not done.
Um
Wait. Because I've just thought of
Yeah.
like, if I had time to prep,
Right.
I would probably dress up as Tyler Joseph from 21 Pilots.
I was thinking that was gonna be your answer.
Because I've thought about doing that for like a cosplay outfit to like go to a convention before. Because I've got the mask.
Right.
Like I could paint my hands and my neck, and I would just need like the jacket and stuff. So if I was like gonna go to a party
Yeah.
or something, then that's what I would do. Sorry, carry on.
That wouldn't be too hard. But yeah, it was originally my Halloween costume was originally going to be Powerpuff Girls because I'm
Yeah.
trying to match with other people because I think it's fun to do a group costume. And luckily, we decided that's not the move because I didn't
Thank
really want to do
God.
that in the first place. I was gonna have to be Blossom too. That's the worst part. I wasn't even gonna get to be like Buttercup or anybody cool. Um,
You should do
but
Rogue.
now I want to do a rogue cosplay 100%. That's like it's just really hard because I don't want to buy like an actual costume because they're like $100. But I also it's really hard to find fabric that would match her
Yeah.
X-Men uniform because it's lime green and lemon yellow. I don't know. And then to make that look like appealing
If
is
you
very
could do
difficult.
like a cell shaded kind of like makeup effect on your face though, and like just nail the hair, I feel like then if
Yeah.
you like vaguely wear like an X-Men outfit, then it could pass.
Yeah. I definitely do want to do that. But now we decided to go with Soul Eater. So I'm gonna be Maka from Soul Eater, which
I'm
you've never
so
have you
glad.
seen Soul
No, I'm
Eater?
so glad that you've decided to. You were like, I really want to talk about my outfit. I'm like, okay, yeah, fine. Let's talk about your outfit. I've no idea what that is.
Yeah.
No fucking clue.
Well, it's from an anime and it's pretty fun. And
Okay, I know what those
yeah.
are. I know what anime
It's
is.
way better than the Powerpuff Girls. I get to have a scythe. I still have to wear a skirt. I guess I get to wear a skirt. Skirts are cute, but I normally wear pants.
I wonder how many people are going to be dressing up as like K-pop demon hunters.
Oh yeah, probably a lot. I
That's
really
got to
need to still
be.
watch that movie.
That's got to be. Oh yeah, no, I haven't either.
uh,
That could be
Put it on the
like.
list.
Yeah, I will. I was just thinking that actually, but I reckon that'll be like the Jared Leto Joker and Harley Quinn of this year's like social media Halloween kind of thing. I think everyone's gonna be
Yeah.
K-pop demon hunters.
Yeah.
I can't really think of anything else. Like somebody will distastefully be Ed Gein,
Oh God, I I could
because we
see
had a few
that.
Dharmas a few years back.
I'm sure we'll still have a bunch of people trying to be Jeffrey Dahmer and fucking Charles Manson.
We'll loop back round to that later
Some people are
for the
crazy.
big subject. But yeah, I can't think of anything else that's like in the pop culture zeitgeist right now of like so popular that people will dress up as it.
Yeah, people are trying to do like off the wall costumes though.
Yeah, people also put like I feel like if you're gonna do it, people do put in more effort now, especially like celebrities for parties and stuff. Like some people dress up as
Yeah,
some wacky shit.
I love it.
I like that social media has kind of like elevated people's efforts because I
True.
like watching famous people dress up.
It's hard though, like, because I mean, I do like to dress up and just sit around in my room, but that's not really that fun. But when you go out, and like last year, I went on this bar crawl, which I don't want to ever go on a bar crawl again. It's kind of, you just walk to different bars. I
Mm.
didn't drink at any of the bars because I don't drink alcohol. But there was one bar, and it was called Boogie Fever, and it was the coolest bar because they have those like strobe light, the like the platforms that you stand on, and it's like all the different colors, like the discos. You know what I'm talking about?
I've never been to a bar.
Oh my god. And it's not what's at like a normal bar. It's like at like a disco place
I've
you've ever
never
seen
been
in
to
like the
one.
movies. Well, it's super fun and it's all colorful and you dance on it. But
Okay.
everybody there was in business casual outfits. Nobody was wearing a fucking costume, and this was literally Halloween night. It was like the worst experience of my life. The coolest bar ever, and everybody there was lame. So that's another thing. I feel like people need to go outside and be weird. Now we're just doing it to like be fun on social media, but
Yeah, that's true.
let's go outside.
Let's right now. We'll go outside.
Yeah, go outside more.
Let me put my
I'm
shoes
gonna go
on.
outside right now.
So,
Goodbye.
um, goodbye. I was wasn't was Kiki Palmer rogue for Halloween? Was that a Halloween thing?
I don't think so.
Oh, it's just a regular thing.
Yeah, I think that people just talk about it all the time.
Okay, as they
And
should.
so she was just like, I'm gonna do this video. Maybe it was a Halloween thing. I don't know. Maybe I just thought it was Christmas and I was getting a gift for like
I'll Google
being
it.
good all year.
Your explanation is like, I'm just gonna do this with you guys.
Yeah.
Okay, it was for Halloween.
I was
Jesus
just
Christ.
wishful thinking.
Oh, I've got the pictures here. Oh yeah.
It's so good.
I was watching a reaction video to Nope, which we've watched Nope. Love Nope. What a film.
Yeah.
Do you remember what Nope is?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. You said
I
yeah
do.
like
It
you were
was,
just
it
agreeing
was
to agree.
very. No, I did like it.
You're like, oh yeah.
I
Nope.
promise I liked it.
It's got like a shit ton of people in it that you like watching in film, so fucking you
I
better
know.
remember it.
It was
Um,
crazy.
but no, she was amazing in that. And when I was watching the
Yeah.
reaction recently, I was like, when you brought it up for the first time, when we like saw the pictures release and stuff, I was like, I don't really know who Kiki Palmer is. But like the more that I've
Mm-mm.
seen her, I'm like, give me it, please. I know we're not gonna get it,
Please.
but please give me it.
Oh
I
my
would love it.
god.
The Marvel multiverse, make it happen for one
Man,
film at
I don't know
least.
if I can handle a whole movie. Oh my god.
I
She should be
think
cast in Doomsday.
I think
We get two rogues.
did Simu Liu do something similar? 1 second. I don't know if he like specifically asked to be Shang-Chi. I can't remember. Oh, they're making a Sleeping Dogs film. Sorry, I've just discovered something. I've gone on like a fucking down a rabbit hole.
Damn.
Sleeping Dogs is a great video game. And I guess,
Oh.
I think I heard ages back that Simu Liu was like a big fan of it and wanted to make a film out of it. And I didn't know if they were doing that, but I guess they are. I saw something a minute ago saying that like Simu Liu like shot what on my
You said, I think you said it right. Shot his shot.
he shot his shot. It just sounded wrong. I guess he shot his shot and asked to play Shang-Chi and then got the role. So I like somebody said like, you know, she's doing the same thing that he's doing, so hopefully it works. I hope it fucking does.
Cross my heart. Cross my fingers. Cross my toes.
Um,
Please.
there was something else I was
Marvel
going to mention
overlords,
related
please.
to it. Oh, of course. Oh, I had a. Oh, okay, I've remembered. Oh, that was a whole fucking mental journey that I just went on. I proposed to you, right? If we had actually met up this year, a realistic matching Halloween costume, okay?
Oh.
I think you might like it, and it's relevant to this year. I think we should have been Pink Ladies.
Yeah.
I think we should have fucking had Pink Lady jackets and fucking dressed like
Oh
we were
my
in the
god.
50s.
That would have been awesome.
I think it would have been sick. I do.
Oh.
We were talking about that at work because there were people that wanted like matching coupley costumes, not like relationship couple, just like group couple costumes.
Right.
And I suggested like, oh, why don't you do like T-Birds and Pink Ladies or like just Pink Ladies? And they were like, what the fuck is that? I was like, well,
Oh my god.
I was like, I'm too fucking old.
Yeah.
Time to get the fuck out of here. But no, that's when I was like, that is actually like a pretty cool casual outfit.
And you could, yeah, you could do that with like, because you don't have to actually be the characters. You could just be like part of the group. So you could have
I
as many
really
people
like
as you
the
wanted.
idea of like us swapping what would be expected and like you being the T-Bird and me being the Pink Lady.
That would be so fun.
I think that would be funny. But yeah, that
I'd
would
love
have
to
been
be a
my
greaser.
proposal for a matching outfit. I couldn't think of anything else that wasn't like demeaning to one of us. Apart from fucking
I don't know.
Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck is a good one.
That is a good one, but your idea of the Saw one too, that was good.
Oh yeah, John and Amanda.
Yeah,
Is it Amanda?
I believe so.
I can't remember her fucking name now. It is Amanda. I thought for like a second Amanda might have been his wife, and I was like, oh, I don't know if that's right. But no, Saw Trap Amanda with like hooded cloak John from the second film would have been sick.
Mm-hmm.
I would have fucking loved to do the John from the bathroom in the fucking first one. You're just at like a party somewhere and you're laying on the floor. Just laying on the fucking floor.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, let's talk comics. Specifically, you watched Werewolf by Night, not comics, but like Marvel. You watched Werewolf by Night. Let's talk about it.
I did finally watch it.
You did.
And I watched it in black and white because
Good.
I didn't realize that there was an option to watch it in color, which you
Good.
made fun of me for wanting to do that. But then I did
Yes.
kind of watch a little bit of it in color. I kind of preferred the color.
Well,
But it wasn't a bad story even in black and white, and that's really what matters, right?
yes, that's exactly what matters. Do you want to like go into it, or do you want to just move on?
I mean, we could go into it. There were a couple things. I mean, it did start off a little bit slow,
That's true.
but I mean,
You've got. I think it's one of those things, kind of like WandaVision, where you've just got to appreciate that like Marvel are actually doing something creative.
yeah,
And it's
that's
so
true.
different, but then ends up fitting into the world still. And like,
Which is, I'm not totally sure how it fits into the world. I'll be honest.
no, neither do I. But we might never
but
see them again. So
I think it's very interesting, and they introduced like a whole part of the Marvel universe that we just haven't really touched on yet. So that was like, I mean, I would be excited to see some more stuff about it.
I mean, they were very clearly setting stuff up with like introducing the Werewolf by Night special presentation. At that time, they had already confirmed that they were working on Blade.
Right.
Obviously, like with Agatha all along, Ironheart would have been on its way. You know, they were working on things that were going to fit into like that supernatural, like mythology of Marvel, like MCU stuff, right? So
Yeah.
it would have been part of the wider thing. Like, we would have seen Werewolf by Night or Man Thing, aka Ted, appear in
Love
Blade.
Ted.
Or Moon Knight. Oh my god, I would have loved to have seen Ted
Yeah.
in Moon Knight.
I really think that Ted should be in so many more things. I think he might be my new favorite Marvel character ever created.
He is brilliant.
Ever thought of. I really want to like actually read Man Thing comics now. He's wonderful. And
Apparently, it's a good run.
his character design is just like next level. I don't know. It's crazy.
Apparently, the old, like, original, I think it's like 70s or 80s run is a good run.
Yeah, I think it was like 1972 when I was looking at it. I
Very
really do want to
specific.
go read it. I was looking at it very recently,
I
so I
have it
remember.
tattooed on my finger.
I will soon.
Once you finished it. God, can you imagine if you had to, like, Victor Zaz every single comic book that you'd, like, every comic book series that you'd read, you'd had to, like, mark on yourself?
Oh God, I feel like I would lie about some. I wouldn't want every single one on my body forever.
People can ask you, like, what's this tally mark for? And you're like, that's when I reluctantly read, fucking, I don't know, I can't think of a shit character.
Those are the 80 fucking issues I read of the Secret Wars build up
Yeah.
for fucking
I
months.
have 80 tallies here for every single issue.
It's fucking
God.
ridiculous.
Yeah, you're getting there slowly. You'll finish it
I
eventually.
really am chipping away very slowly.
It is a big undertaking, to be fair. And it's, I mean, you've got a year, so take your time.
I'm not really being rushed
And
by anything important.
we will have like a whole episode dedicated to that shit as well when you do finally finish
Oh,
it, because I
gosh.
can't wait to break it down and talk to you about it.
There's so much going on.
We fucking veered off. Werewolf by Night.
We did.
Do you like Jack Russell? Jack Russell Terrier?
Mildly, yeah.
Elsa
Like enough.
Bloodstone?
Yeah, sure. She's cool.
I like...
I don't know. It was.
What?
It was alright. I don't know. It was just
she
nothing.
fought
She wasn't
like a
anything
Black
special.
Widow.
Did she?
Yeah, she did
I
like a
guess so.
Black Widow takedown and then like shot some dude with a crossbow.
Yeah.
That was
I mean,
cool.
yeah. She was pretty tough, which I enjoyed because I like
Tough with a
watching.
capital F.
Yup.
But your takeaway is that you just really like Ted.
I really like Ted. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we'll definitely probably see less Ted and more of the other two, which upsets me a little bit. But
Oh no, I think it's the
I
other
have
way
hope.
around.
yeah.
Because Man Thing, I believe, is on Dum Dum Duggan's like modern day Howling Commandos.
I would love it.
Like the Howling Commandos, like a misfit supernatural squad with Man Thing on.
I want him and Groot to meet
Oh, that would be cool.
somehow. I don't know.
I
Want him
definitely
to go to space.
like, because he's CGI. That's the only reason I feel like he's the easiest one to bring back in.
Yeah,
And
that's
you
true.
really, like, everyone's making their like fantasy, Midnight Suns teams and stuff, which has just reminded me that's what we were supposed to do. I one-off mentioned we should do our own Midnight Suns teams, and I didn't write it down, but it's fine because I didn't do it anyway.
I didn't do it either. Man Thing would be on it though.
Well, next episode. But everyone's like doing their own fantasy teams, and like no one's including Man Thing, and you need like a big brawler tank kind of character. So why not? Why not?
Yeah.
But I
It would be a
enjoyed
good
it.
choice.
I think it's a good little special presentation. I like it in black and white. I think
Yeah.
it's a nice callback to like classic Universal horror of like the old Frankenstein films and stuff. They do like a good job with the effects. And I like the werewolfing out scene where you don't see him transform, you see her reaction to it. and then you get to
Yeah,
see
that
him
is
take
cool.
down. Is it like a hallway fight scene of him taking down the sort of TVA
Not
esque guards?
really. He was like in a room.
Okay, he's like throwing people around and shit, though, isn't he?
I guess they did end up like in this like doorway
I think
kind of
that's what
hallway
I'm thinking
esque
of.
thing. But yeah, I think that the only thing, because I thought that the reason that it was black and white was gonna be because it was like a past situation,
Mm,
like it was set like very far in the past. But that is not the case. It's
no.
actually modern. So that's what really. I mean, I guess the maybe that's like the reveal at the end is that oh, it's actually in this modern setting. Maybe that's smart and cool. Because doesn't it like goes full color at the end?
I couldn't tell if you were like asking me if it was cool.
I am asking you.
Okay, yes, it is cool. It is cool because like
Yeah.
the throughout all of it, they use very limited technology outside of the weapons that they're using. So you do get like the place that they're at and all the props that they're using and stuff do feel like
Right.
it should be set in like the 1800s or something.
And even the way that
Um,
they're acting sometimes, you're like, there's no way this guy exists right now.
exactly.
Like, are you kidding
And the
me?
talking corpse and stuff like that weird puppet thing,
Oh, yeah.
like it's
That they had to
all
crank.
yeah, it's
They had to
all
crank him up.
very like classic Frankenstein esque kind of black and white horror films. So
Yeah.
I think the reveal at the end that oh, it's actually in modern day is like it's a well deserved kind of little reveal. Um, I don't know. I know it gets a considerable amount of shit for being in black and white because people just don't like black and white stuff, but I enjoyed it. I think it's cool. I've never seen the color one.
There was only one part that I was like, oh, this would have been helpful, and it's where she wears the like when she's going to make him the werewolf, like force him to transform.
Yeah.
She has like this makeup on her eyes, and then when I watched it in color, it's red like blood. And I think it
Okay.
literally was blood, and I didn't obviously know that because it was just black in the black and white.
Yeah.
But other than that, I really feel like it didn't add to the story. I mean, they never like it was never part of it that she had blood on her face, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah. I think I just
So,
like I watched this around the time that I'd rewatched WandaVision. So I think I just had a great appreciation for like that very small period where Marvel were actually experimenting with shit. And
yeah.
like I don't know, I know we kind of bash on Loki season 1, but like that had a lot of experimental shit in it as well. Like it was a nice little era of Marvel stuff when like all their streaming shit started. So I enjoy it for what it is. I think it's, I'd be happy if I keep harping on, like, I want more special presentations. Give me more special presentations. I think that they would benefit from, like, these hour to 90-minute hard focuses on certain characters. I don't
Yeah.
think it's necessarily a bad thing, especially, like, for anybody that's read a Werewolf by Night series. It's not really a series because it's only, like, an issue or two. So
Right.
if you've got like a character that you reckon you could do something with like that, why not, do a special for them?
Yeah, it's like basically a one shot.
Yeah, I like the
Just little.
idea of that. Like, oh, what are we gonna watch this year? Let's watch the Marvel Halloween special. Let's throw on those. You could watch like a bunch of them at once.
I was thinking segue. Um, we
Ooh,
were gonna talk about Marvel Zombies. I was thinking like I like the show, but as it was, where it was just an episode in What If, I really feel like they could have kept it as being like these one-off scary episodes in like a different
oh,
kind of maybe horror-based TV show specifically, where it's not like the whole show is about Marvel Zombies. Because
oh!
like I
I
said, I
like
liked
that.
the season, but like I don't necessarily think it needed to be a whole season.
Marvel Horror Story. You want an
Yeah.
anthology?
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
That would have been cool, but then I feel like you might have hit the same issue that you had with like What If, where people gravitate towards one thing. Obviously,
Right.
the Marvel Zombies was the one thing initially, and like everything else gets overlooked, even though everything else was probably also pretty decent.
Yeah.
That's my only issue with the anthology stuff that they tend to do, is that like it's too easy to pick a favorite out of the lot of them.
And they always have to do this overarching story.
Yeah, they sort of pepper something along, and then like it all culminates at the end when it doesn't really need
Yeah.
to.
Like, just give us like a 2 episode like ending, like, but like it's its own, just longer story.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. What are the, like? Are there any other? Did you have any ideas for what they could
I
do,
mean,
or any
I'm not
particular
really on
characters?
I'm not really on the horror side of Marvel, to be honest. I mean, Spider's Man.
Spiders, man.
Yeah, you could do some like body horror. Have you
Oh
ever
yeah,
heard of
of
Spider's
course.
Man?
Are you on about
Or even
fucking
just,
when he turned into like the man spider thing, where he had like 4 arms?
well, I was gonna say you could do that too, but the Spider's Man is where he is like made up of a bunch of spiders who have
Oh,
the like his like it's a hive mind of spiders where they all
no, no,
like
I
they
don't
think they're
like
Peter
it.
Parker, but they become like this humanoid like but he's like just a bunch of spiders. It's really
Ugh.
crazy. But that would be a crazy episode, you know? Or yeah, you could do where like these the more animal heroes, because there are a lot of Marvel animal centered heroes where they actually become the animal more. I don't know, that shit is creepy.
I think of like, do you know that thing with? Maybe
Oh,
it's in Marvel Zombies actually, but do you know the thing where like, no, I don't think it is. Maybe it's something else. But where Sandman gets inside of him. Have you seen that?
yeah.
And he like
Wait, wait.
bursts
Wait, Sandman gets inside of who?
inside of
Say it again.
Spider-Man.
Oh no, I've not seen that.
There's like quite a
That's scary.
viral like comic book thread, I guess, or like a couple of pages where it shows like Sandman gets inside of Spider-Man and expands. And like, I'll see if I can find you some of the pictures. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna edit it
that
onto the
sounds
podcast,
horrifying.
but people can feel free to Google it. Um, he like fucking it bursts him open.
Ugh.
Spider-Man swallows Sandman.
You're gonna get some weird results from that one.
I know,
Don't click on
but it's
what is
got
it, Rule
some.
34?
I found Reddit. It's fine.
Oh, be careful.
It's got some really like horrific visuals of like Spider-Man carrying around this huge stomach of sand. I've just sent it you.
Uh,
Eat this.
that's horrible. That's
Isn't it?
oh my god.
I don't know
You
what the
know,
fuck it's from. Let me have a look. Okay, it is Marvel Zombies. Okay.
they have canon Spider-Man inflation.
One of the Marvel Zombies ones, I think, says Block Ninja 898 on Reddit. I think the context is that zombie Spider-Man crossed into this universe and then ate a bunch of Spidey's villains.
Hmm.
Oh! Marco mistook the original Spidey for the zombie one and we got this. Ugh! It's actual Spider-Man. Oh, I assumed it was zombie Spider-Man. It's somehow way worse. I hate that visual of him carrying around the big-ass stomach.
Yeah, it's terrible.
And he's like... It's horrible. That's like one of the worst things I've seen, like in a comic book. It's disgusting.
That is terrible.
Where were we? Oh yeah. Any other ideas? Any other characters? Moon Knight, Blade,
Well, I
for
mean,
your anthology?
those are like givens. I don't know. I feel like there's you could definitely do something with Blade and Dracula. I mean,
What about like
that's very
Ghost?
unexplored. Ghosts.
No, just Ghost.
Oh, there is a okay.
The character
Yeah.
Ghost. She
I don't
can
know anything about
fucking
that character. Oh,
thunderbolts.
never mind. I thought you were Talking about an actual ghost character I didn't know about. My
No.
bad.
But the whole, like, teleporting and disappearing thing, you could do, like, a jump scary kind of horror, she's hunting people down sort of thing.
I guess so.
I think you could fuck around with that. I can't really think of anything else.
No, not off the top of my head. I didn't prepare this one enough.
Something with Howard the Duck, probably.
Oh god, they always have to bring back Howard the Duck.
Um, but
Remember
yeah.
when they made Darcy? Oh, actually, no, you didn't watch that. They made Darcy
I
lay an
know,
egg.
I know. And it was Natasha Lyonne's playing fucking Birdie or whatever
That
it
is
is.
that is a horror movie.
I can't believe that they did that story.
That's
What if
ridiculous.
Darcy and Howard the Duck got hitched?
It's
What the
ridiculous.
fuck? Who came up with that?
And then they were like happy and in love.
Talking about fetish things.
Like literally, they were so happy and so in love throughout the whole of the show. That's the craziest part. Until the third season, they were like the best relationship.
Wait,
Why?
What do you mean? Wait. What do you mean?
I'm saying they got hitched in the first season, right? And then
Did they?
they had a baby.
This was all
there
in
was a
season
whole
3.
No,
Yes.
because they met in the first season when it's like the what if Thor does something, comes to Earth to party or something,
Did
and
they?
then yes, bro, yes,
Oh my god, I remember that episode very vaguely.
that's where they got together. Yeah.
Oh my god. I can't believe it's a sequel.
Yeah, and then the character, comes back as Natasha Lyonne, so it's like a
What the
whole overarching
I know that, like, she came back
storyline.
further on, but I didn't know. Oh my days. God, you got a
Yeah.
3-part story out of it.
Yep.
And people say that fucking Agent Carter's the problem. I'm sorry, but Darcy shagged a duck. We need to be looking at the important things here.
Oh god.
How does Darcy get the pass, but somehow fucking Agent Carter is the problem with the show? What the fuck?
What a crazy show.
Anyway, do you have like a favorite horror, supernatural-esque, like horror adjacent Marvel character? Someone that dabbles
We've
in
already
spooky?
discovered him.
Ted.
Ted.
Apart from Ted.
Oh my god, I don't know that many horror characters.
It could be it could be anybody. It could be anybody from like the supernatural side. You could pick fucking Doctor Strange if you wanted. You like Scarlet Witch? See, you're so picky.
I know.
Fine, just have Man-Thing, whatever.
I do. I love him. I feel like nobody could hold a candle.
God, I'm gonna have to start looking up at fucking like Man-Thing plushies for your birthday next year. And then like your fixation's gonna fade. So that when you get it, you're just gonna be like, why the fuck have you got me a Man-Thing plushie?
I'm gonna be off on another character.
Jeez.
I mean,
Are there any horror
like
X-Men?
Nightcrawler, but he's like not really just because he's part demon, but then they retcon them and he's like kind of part demon, but not really. Because it's like pretend
Imposter
genes. Demon. Yeah. But he still goes through the brimstone dimension, so that's cool.
He's still got those smelly farts.
Which is different than Limbo,
So
and then
smelly
that's
farts.
kind of, that's like horror-esque Limbo with magic.
He's got those smelly bamfs. That's it.
But I don't know what else goes on in there.
I thought that...
Yeah, but it's smelly because it smells like sulfur.
They kind of did like a half decent job of doing like a bit of a spooky vibe with X-Men New Mutants, I thought. The film.
Yeah.
They had like the Mr. Smiley things. Awful
Dude,
villain,
that shit was
but like the visual was,
scary.
pretty good.
And I mean, it was kind of crazy because everything that they were fighting was like from their nightmares, right?
Yeah.
And then it turned out to be one of their own was doing it to them. So that was kind of scary, yeah.
Which, I don't want to get into like a full depth review, but I did think that was quite predictable.
Yeah, no,
I
100%.
kind of got that from the get-go. I was like, well,
Yeah.
you're the issue here.
They were trying to keep it from her, but
Yeah.
no, I think it was very noticeable.
So, I'm gonna throw like, not God, it's difficult because like you've kind of already heard these before, but I would kind of fuck with a Namor film, specifically based on that comic that I read of
Right.
him being like this mythological like deep sea creature that maybe like preys on submariners and explorers that are trying to find Atlantis. Or if you're going with like what culture is it that it's Mayan? If you're going with like the Mayan culture inspiration, Talokan, I think that's what it's called. But like picking people off, snatching people out of submarines and shit would be pretty cool.
Yeah. I think a lot of people are scared of like the ocean and
Oh yeah.
everything like that. So it's very, very nerve-wracking to think about what's down there.
I'd also like I really even though I hate the film, I love Scarlet Witch in the film, Multiverse of Madness. I think she does a great job at doing like that Sam Raimi horror kind of shit. Like when she climbs out of the gong and she's like all twisted and
Mm-hmm.
stuff and she like corrects her body and it's all kind of weird.
She was
Um
terrifying
yeah, she's fucking
in that
snatching
movie.
people
Like
up, fucking
and
covered
like
in
making
blood,
them
tearing
turn
people
on each
apart.
other.
She was good in that. She
Yeah.
fucking carried. Generally though, I feel like oh, and the space horror, the Fantastic Four space horror that I'm pushing for so hard. The whole cosmic horror Galactus film where they're like stranded on a planet and he's like some entity chasing them. Stuff
Oh
like that
wow.
I would really fuck about with, but I just don't know. I don't think Marvel would ever do anything like that. I don't think they're ever going to like truly commit to doing something like genuinely scary. Maybe with Mephisto, they could like sneak in some jump scares and some creepy stuff, but they've still got to like be a family friendly product, haven't they? So it's kind of tough.
Yeah. I mean, I'm hoping that they have been kind of moving more towards like higher rating, like specific movies.
Yeah.
But yeah, it would probably take a while before they were gonna do something that was super like rated R horror, you know?
I
It would
think
just have to be unsettling.
DC are obviously a lot more inclined to go down like the horror route.
Yeah.
We're already getting Clayface, which is going to be a body horror. I'm sure at some point down the line we're going to get like a Batman Joker horror or like with horror-esque kind of shit going on because there's so many comic books of like Batman and Joker with like Joker doing some horrific stuff and some
Yeah.
horrific visuals. So,
Dude, I mean, but like there are so many other Batman villains that you can do horror films
oh,
with, like
Professor
Professor
Pig.
Pig.
Professor Pig,
Even Poison
please.
Ivy is scary if you get like
Mate,
into it.
if you
Like
fucking
these are
shoehorn
terrifying
Poison Ivy
villains.
into another conversation, I will
Shut
fucking
up.
spearhead you.
Why do
I
you
will
hate
take you
her?
out.
She's
I don't hate
amazing.
her.
They
Um,
actually did. There's a comic run that I want to read with her where she's like, she's becomes like a carnivore. She starts eating meat instead of plants. That
I
shit is
can't believe she
crazy.
eats plants. That's
Yeah, it's
not
like
very
a
nice
thing
of
where
her.
she like asks them to eat.
No.
It's like explained actually, like in the
Anyway,
comics why she does
I
it. But
don't fucking hate Poison Ivy because Poison Ivy has one of the best lines in any superhero film ever that we watched, played by fucking Uma Thurman, where she's
yeah.
like, as I told Lady Freeze when I pulled her plug, this is a one-woman show. I love her. She's brilliant. I
Oh,
fucking... Her
she
performance in
is
that film is
brilliant.
amazing. I love her as Poison Ivy. Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze, though, left a lot to be desired. We'll
Very
just leave
true.
it at that. So good that I fell asleep
Mostly,
watching it.
mostly for looks.
He did look great.
Yeah.
He did look
The
really great.
set design and the costume design were crazy
Oh
with
yeah,
the villains.
God. Mad Hatter, Man Bat.
Oh, yeah.
You can do so much
Yeah.
with Batman horror
Fucking
films. Killer Croc,
there's that moth guy, which I don't know if he is a
Mothman,
Batman villain. Mothman, is that
Killer
like a
Moth, Killer Moth,
killer moth? Yeah.
not Mothman.
He's like he's got like moth henchmen or whatever. That's scary.
Scarecrow, obviously.
Yeah, I really
Fucking hell.
want I think that the Batman movie, like with Riddler, that is more of like a thriller kind of, but it
Yes.
still kind of gives you the heebie-jeebies at some points. But I do think that they could do like a really good Scarecrow film
That opening
with
scene.
him.
The opening scene where the guy is in his fucking penthouse and it slowly
Yeah.
reveals him stood in the background. Oh, like when I watched that in the cinema, I was like fucking like my hands were going. I was like, "Come on." Like
Yeah.
it was just so like you expected it to be dark. God, we could fucking do like an entire podcast talking about that film.
Yeah.
You expected it to be dark, but like to start the film off like that was such a statement. Like, this is the route that we're going with Batman, and it felt
Yeah.
so much like a comic. Oh my god, I love it.
It was very well done, very jarring to
I'm
start with that.
sure when we get around to like, let me ask before we loop back around to what we're supposed to be talking about. You've not seen the Nolan films, correct?
Um, I don't know if that's fully correct. I don't remember them, but I've seen like one or two.
Okay, at some point we are going to watch them so that we can talk about them on here. Because I want to see what you think of them compared to The Batman.
Okay.
Because, like, I haven't watched them in probably about a decade. And so many people harp on about, like, obviously Heath Ledger as the Joker. You got Cillian Murphy as the Scarecrow.
I watched, which one was Bane in?
The last one.
That's the one I watched.
Okay. Well, it's the weakest of the three, so that's good for us watching the other two.
That makes me feel a little bit better.
Yeah. But I'm definitely we'll do that at some point and kind of do like we did with Secret Invasion, where we do like a focused episode talking about it and getting your
Okay.
thoughts on it and shit. Anyway, back round to horror. Let's loop all the way back round. I don't know if there's like anything else to really bring up regarding Marvel horror. It's kind of like very cut and dry. They don't really experiment that much with it. Like I said, DC are very much more dipping their toes in it quite
Yeah.
often. Batman Cult would be a great film. Holy shit. Like Batman getting captured and tortured for days by religious zealots.
Oh, jeez.
The Court of Owls. We've got Absolute Batman. There's a lot going on with like dark and gritty Batman that they could adapt into live action. I like Absolute Batman is fucking popular right now, and I think that we might get an animated film of it.
That would be pretty dope. I would love to see that in an animated like design.
It's the first Batman run since I don't know, just since I can remember. Like since I started keeping up with Batman stuff that like it's just been nothing but positive. Maybe the Batman Who Laughs when that first started, because it was such like a cool design and stuff before they like milked the shit out of it.
Right.
But yeah, I reckon I don't expect to see it in live action unless they did maybe like a multiverse thing. God hope they don't. But
Yeah, no,
I could definitely see it in animation at some stage getting adapted.
yeah, if like the issues go well and like because my hope is that it doesn't go the route of everything else where it gets oversaturated with it.
Yeah.
But I mean, like if they have a really good over like story that ends, and then they could even do like a whole swath of absolute animated like.
What a word! Where have you whipped that from? Can we
What?
go back to you using the word swath?
Yeah.
What the fuck is a swath?
Like a spread, like a
Oh, spread.
like
Say it again.
a bunch of shows
Go on, say
with
it.
swap.
Oh, I like it.
Okay. I don't know if I'm using it right. I just use words
Yeah,
sometimes.
no, same. I just throw them out every so often and hope that
Yeah.
it makes sense.
I feel like it makes sense to me, and that's what matters.
I'm like somebody just flicking their fingers for a thesaurus and then stopping on a random page. Uh, is there like any standout we watched Hannibal, we've been watching Alien. Over the past few years, we've definitely watched a lot of horror. Is there
Oh, jeez.
anything in particular that stands out to you the most? Whether it's like a franchise, we watched all the Saw films, for example. Um,
Yeah.
Anything like Silence of the Lambs, um, just anything in particular that you feel like stands out to you and that has like scarred your brain in any way.
I mean, a lot of things that we've watched have scarred my brain in many different ways.
Not I spit on your grave. Don't bring that back up.
No. I mean, you brought up like a lot of the good ones. Like, yeah, Hannibal fucked me up with the way that their practical effects were, and Saw like there are still scenes that I think of to this day that I just
Oh,
can't get out of my head.
somebody at my work mentioned the most recent Saw film, and he said the worst scene that he watched was the same one that we lost our shit to when we were group watching it, and it's when she's going at her leg with the wire,
Oh,
and
jeez.
she hesitates, and then
Oh,
she just fucking goes for it, and she's like,
yeah.
and her arms are going. And I said to him, like, yeah, that was like a collective cringe, like watching her do that. I
Oh
love the
my
most
god.
recent Saw film.
It's whenever they're forced to do it to themselves is where it gets like, huh.
Yeah, the franchise went down the route of like having someone awful having to like pick on behalf of other people.
Right.
And I don't know, I didn't really enjoy it as much as the earlier films where it's like the person themselves having to make the sacrifice, I guess.
Yeah.
Um
I
but
definitely, yeah, I prefer when it's like, because sometimes these people are assholes too, but you also
mm,
feel bad for them because you're like, fuck this situation. Like, nobody deserves this. But
yeah.
then, like, they show you all the ways. But sometimes, like, the reason that he doesn't like them are kind of fucked up, like, just because they do drugs.
Oh, like that.
He's like, you're a waste
Yeah.
of space. Like,
He put that
okay,
dude in the
dude.
trap just because he was a smoker.
Yeah, like,
What the
okay.
fuck?
We're getting a little extreme
He's
here,
like,
but some of
I've
them were
put
like,
this old crippled man into this death trap because he's a smoker that has tried to stop multiple times and he's doomed himself to death already, but I want to speed it up slightly, so I've put him in here. You
bro's
have to
already
beat
gonna
him
get
at
lung
breathing.
cancer.
Jesus Christ. It's not
I think
great.
his life sucks enough.
One of the earlier ones that I also didn't like, I think it's the first Saw film, where he takes the guy that is, I don't know like how to say this in a not triggering way. Um SHing? Does that make sense? There's a
Yeah,
man that is hurting himself.
right.
So he punishes him for hurting himself by sticking him in a barbed wire maze.
Oh, yeah.
And it came off as very like, I don't know, just early 2000s edgy. And not like there was any rhyme or reason as to why he was doing it. Like, I'm just gonna punish this guy because he punishes himself all the time. What?
Yeah. It was, I do
Like,
remember that. That
I
was
kind of
not.
like the moral dilemma when it comes to Jigsaw of like, you want to see this awful person get punished, but at the same time, you don't want Jigsaw doing this horrific shit.
Yeah.
I like that conflicting feeling of watching those
And like
films.
when it's the police,
Mm.
like when he put that one guy in the mouth trap.
In the mouth trap.
Yeah.
Which one was that?
Didn't he manage to get out of it? Ugh,
I can't fucking remember.
this was like
There's like
a
10
couple
of these
couple of them.
films.
Yeah. Anyway, back to your original question. I'm gonna say something that's less something that you just said, and it's
Okay.
probably the one I think of the most whenever anybody brings up horror to me is the VHS films, just
Oh!
because that's one of the like I really like anthology horrors because like short horror
Mm.
stories, they're just so fun to me and they're so chilling, and you never get to know what's gonna like what happens next. Like you're just left with that feeling, and then you get to watch eight more on top of it. And I just, it's one of those, and some of them are cheesy, some of them are stupid, and yeah, the overarching stories were never like the most riveting, but some of those short little like films were just terrifying.
I think I know the answer, but is there one in particular that you like the best out of the VHS short stories?
Um, that's
Because
hard to.
you've mentioned one that like you do enjoy, but then when I've also brought up my favorite, you agree that that's also good.
Man, now I'm blanking on the good ones. All I can think of is the one where the girl's like a succubus,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That was one of the
and they
first ones.
like she was so creepy
Yeah,
the
like
whole
crawling
time.
very slowly towards the camera like the
Yeah.
entire time, and then flying up at the end.
I know. And it just like I don't know. It just
It,
takes
it
you
was
out.
a really wild journey watching those because like we just had no idea what we were getting ourselves into.
Never. And then there's the one where like they're in the woods and they're running from that guy who's like like on the when he's caught on camera, like for some reason they can't see him in real life, but when he's caught on camera, he's like got this visual like buffer or something. That was weird.
Oh, I sort of vaguely remember that. I'm thinking
Uh,
though, I remember you saying you liked the zombie one, the first person zombie one.
oh yeah.
Yeah. And
That one
then
was crazy.
my favorite, and it will always be like one of my favorite horror things that I've ever seen, when they go to the cult and they go down into the basement and there's like that satanic pregnancy and she gives birth to
Oh
like the
geez.
Minotaur
Yeah.
and they have to escape and like the entire cult is offing themselves as they're escaping and then like the Minotaur takes down the car that the dude is in and is like da da and like drooling all over him and stuff and it just fucking ends there. I love that one so much. It was so fucking
Oh,
creepy.
yeah. They were all
So well
just so
done.
off the wall.
That one with Trevor from GTA in, where it was like the
Oh.
game show and they were hurting themselves,
Oh yeah, that was I
breaking
forgot that
limbs
was
and
part of
shit.
VHS.
Yeah, crawling through like piss and whatever. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah.
But that was fucking awful as well.
It was like a torture fucking like game show.
Yeah, like snapping their fucking ankles and whatever. Ugh, horrible.
Ugh.
Shout out to VHS. Holy shit.
I
What?
hope they make more.
I'm sure that they've released two since where we got up to, so we've
And
got
it's
some catching
all
up to do.
like it's all found footage, which is usually like the worst way, like the worst kind of horror movie to ever watch. So the fact that there was like a lot of pretty good ones is like that's impressive. I hate found footage.
There was also, uh, what the fuck was it called? I'm just checking the. Oh, okay, I found it. There was one film in particular that we watched not too long after it came out. Before we like jump on to our final topic, I want to bring this up because I just want to slate the shit out of it because I didn't like it. But do you remember The Watchers?
Yeah.
The film with the fairies?
Yeah.
I hated that.
Yeah, no, that was
Fucking hated it. I thought the premise was amazing, the setup fantastic, and then it just fucking fell flat at the end. Awful.
yeah, I I didn't really like the setup as much.
I liked the whole like never-ending forest and like
Right.
getting lost, because like that's actually a thing where you kind of, if you can't really see a way out of like never ending fucking, trees or whatever, you sort of start to go a bit insane. You're like, you can't
Yeah.
grasp the concept if you lose your direction. So all of that I
Mhm.
liked, but I don't know, the more that they delved into the fucking fairy mythos and the weird CGI and stuff, I just fucking hated it. They just looked crap. Um,
I was not a fan.
and then some films that I do want to give just a very brief shout out to. Obviously, Longlegs. Gotta get it in there. Weapons, that was good. Sinners, we've had a
Sinners was
good year
so
for
good.
horror. And Donnie Darko, which is my favourite film. Don't know if you'd count it as a horror, but I'm throwing it in there. Also, The Watcher. Do you remember The Watcher?
God, too many W movies.
I
The
know.
Watcher.
That
What's
was the
wrong with
one
that?
with Mika Monroe from Longlegs, where she goes to Romania, I think it is, with her boyfriend, and the person across the street is stood in the window watching her.
Did we watch that?
We did. We watched it. It was one of my birthday films.
Fuck. I actually don't think I remember that.
You might if I recall it real quick. So
Okay.
it's the one where he sniffs her in the cinema. Is that jogging? And she goes to like the grocery store and he's following her and she freaks out and she's trying to get him to like, she's pointing out on the security cameras and they're not paying attention to her and stuff. And they're like, oh, you're just fucking making shit up because you're a woman and you're like over exaggerating and stuff. And
Oh,
then
jeez.
the next door neighbor ends up getting like fucking killed by this guy because he's actually a serial killer. And he confronts her like multiple times, but like in a sort of subtleish way to kind of like mess with her. Like he doesn't give himself away at all. And then in the climax of the film, like he attacks her and she fakes being dead and ends up shooting the shit out of him.
Oh.
I love that fucking film.
And you're sure that we watched it together?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. Well, I'm sure I liked it too. What did I say when we watched it?
I think you enjoyed it, but you were confused as to how she was able to fake being dead until I then explained that earlier on in the film she'd said that she was an actor and that she was good at it, but
Oh.
she didn't enjoy it. So I was like,
Interesting.
that's the context for why she was able to fake being dead, because she was just acting.
Just a really good actor.
Yeah, you did whoop when she shot him.
I'm
I
always for
remember
that
you
part.
whooping. Yeah, you were like, I'm not going to imitate your whoop. You whooped.
Woo!
Like that.
When the asshole gets taken out, that's my
More of
favorite
like
part of any
more of
horror
like a
movie.
shocking whoop. It had,
Woo!
God, I can't. It's got fucking. I think his name's like Bern Gorman, and he's in like the Halo show. He was in Torchwood. He's like the weird. He's got like a weird face. I really want to jog your fucking memory of this film now, but I
I
don't know if
don't
I'm going to
think
be able to.
I don't think you are either.
Oh, it's not
Like
The Watcher, it's
you
Watcher.
you explained it to me and I don't know, I feel like I would have.
Well, we're going to be watching it again.
Oh wait, I was not thinking that she looked like that. Okay.
Do you now know which film I'm talking about?
More so than I did before, but I don't really remember the plot or
It was
anything else that
like,
happened.
it was
But I do.
definitely, it's masterful at tension. I love the scenes where like she stood at the window and she's looking at like all you can see is his silhouette, which is scary as fuck. Like the idea that somebody's watching you, and she
Yeah.
like raises her hand like as if she's waving, and he fucking waves back. I don't even like talking about it because it creeps me out. But I just love like simple shit that is scary as fuck. Just works really well. And Mika Monroe is like the everyman version of Mia Goth. She's like the tame version of Mia Goth. God, we could do like a whole podcast on like women of horror. Infinity
we
Pool,
could.
Ryan. We talk about Infinity Pool. Oh my
Yes.
God, playing dog. He was on a leash.
Oh yeah.
She had that man on a leash. God. Okay. Let's talk about. Even though I've closed the thing, I can't fucking see it anymore. I know that you haven't seen it, but I wanted to get your opinion because it's like the big thing right now. Of Monster and Ryan Murphy and the whole Ed Gein malarkey going on. Because it's caused some controversy. I'm going to kind of like explain to you the gist of the show because I did watched it all, and I want to get your opinion on certain things and certain aspects, okay?
Okay.
So, Monster is the third series in Ryan Murphy's anthology. You know, it's his new American Horror Story, basically, but he's basing it off of real people. And...
Wait, was it? It's his
What?
third?
Yes, so he did Dahmer, he
Mm-hmm.
did the Menendez brothers,
Oh.
and then now this one. Which people argue that the Menendez brothers shouldn't have even gotten a season under the tagline Monster because it's like it's argued that what they did was justified basically because they killed their abusive parents. Spoilers. I don't know, it's true crime. So this follows Ed Gein, who, for those that don't know, inspired or apparently inspired Norman Bates from Psycho. Do you know who Norman Bates is?
Yes.
Okay, well, that's a fucking relief, because Jesus Christ. Did you ever watch Bates Motel?
I did never watched the whole thing, but I did see
Okay,
some of it.
that's alright then. You get the gist. you get the thing. So, he also inspired Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which we have watched. And
Yes.
also a fucking great film. And he inspired Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lambs, with the whole like questioning gender storyline that goes off like in that, and like the skin suit and things. So this definitely like dramatizes and fictionalizes a shit ton of stuff, but some of it is
Mm-hmm.
also real and like based in reality. So it follows Ed Gein and his mother's relationship and her death, and then the sort of dubious things that he gets up to in his spare time, I guess, which includes grave robbing, killing people from the local town, which it's reported, I think, that he killed 2 people, so he's not technically classed as a serial killer, but he is at least called in the show the godfather of serial killers. He kind of like inspires a lot of people because of the disgusting shit that he ends up doing. So,
Right.
do you know anything about like his house or like the true crime like investigation or anything about Ed Gein?
I do know, like, that he did like crazy things with body parts, but I don't really know anything about like the actual story.
You just lagged out like fuck for me. You've gone like full robot. You might need to leave and join back.
Okay, give me one second.
Holy shit. Can we try
So
again? There we
yeah,
go.
I don't really know much about like the actual story. I just know that he did weird things with body parts. That's all.
Okay. So, he murdered a woman in a bar, and there's only like 2 women that are like 100% confirmed to have been killed by him. He murdered a woman in a bar, and he murdered a woman in a hardware store. The second one, I believe he shot her in the back of the head, but they found parts of those women
Like
specifically at his house.
like he killed them at the place, or he like took
So,
them and then killed them.
in the show, he kills them at the place and takes them. I
Jesus
believe
Christ.
I don't know about the woman in the bar. I can't remember names off the top of my head. I remember like the bar is called like maybe Hogarth's bar. And sorry, but I don't remember the fucking hardware store. I'm probably doing like a massive disservice to the actual victims, but I don't know. Um, the other woman was shot, and all they found was a pool of blood initially. So, but at the hardware store, so the way that he was caught was that there was a receipt for antifreeze, and so there was like proof that he was the last person to visit the store. When they go over to his house, in the show, he's kind of like oblivious to what's going on, but in real life, he immediately says like, "I'm being framed," and they're like, "Well, we didn't even fucking say anything to you." So it's kind of shown that like he's not altogether there. He's definitely got like whether so he's diagnosed as being schizophrenic.
Mm-hmm.
He's got schizophrenia. Um, but like there's also a lot of shit going on with like how he was brought up. His mother was like very, very fucking weird, both in real life and in the show. Like hardcore religion, women are like a hardcore sin. They are like created by Satan. You cannot go near women, like that
Oh,
whole thing.
Jesus.
Like just instilling every ounce of hate possible towards women in her kids. Um, he had a brother that in the show they kind of portray as it being fact that Ed Gein killed his brother, but in real life it's a little bit more dubious where there was a fire. The brother was found having suffocated, but he had a head wound, and it was determined that he had suffocated, fell and hit his head, but it is theorized that Ed Gein hit his brother and then his brother suffocated.
Mm.
So throughout the show, they add a lot of stuff in to kind of like link it to popular media. They show Alfred Hitchcock, who made Psycho, recreate Ed Gein's house and take Anthony Perkins, who plays Norman Bates, around the house. That shit didn't happen. As far as I'm aware, they made
Thank God that didn't
Psycho.
happen. That's crazy.
I know, it's fucking mental that they would even put that. Like, that's a massive thing as well to suggest that Alfred Hitchcock recreated the crime house
Yeah.
and, like, had his lead walk around it to get into character.
Uh,
But there's also a lot of argument against Psycho being inspired by him as well, because apparently Psycho was, like, it was either in production or it was released before Ed Gein was even convicted of the crimes. So there's like some
oh.
conflicting shit going on there.
So it might have just been like a coincidence or like
Pretty much,
just
yeah.
part of like, yeah.
It's just a very like it is a heavy coincidence basically, which is why it's
Yeah.
so suspicious. So I've completely lost my fucking train. Oh, they have him like wielding a chainsaw and dancing around with it and stuff, like Leatherface. Ryan Murphy takes a lot of creative liberties with like trying to link Ed Gein more with popular culture than I think he. You know, there's a lot of shit going on that definitely wouldn't have happened. Basically, I don't know. I don't know how well you'll remember, but at the end of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the lead, the final girl, they're like holding her head over a bucket and trying to get the decrepit old man to smack her over the head, and he keeps dropping the hammer. And then
Yeah, I
she
do
like
remember that.
bolts and runs out of the window. Well, they recreate that where Ed Gein has the body of his mother, and Addison Rae, who is in the show and actually really fucking good, is like tied to a chair in her underwear, and he's like trying to smack her over the head using his mother's corpse and
Oh,
failing.
jeez.
But it's like the character that Addison Rae's portraying, I don't think it's ever been confirmed that like she was killed by Ed Gein. Like none
That
of
might have been one of the things I actually saw
more
because
than
there was
likely.
somebody talking about it.
It's
Um,
a lot of like just throwing out stuff as if it's fact when it's not.
right.
Or like it's dubious and like, you know, there's things that
Which
maybe
I
suggest
think
it could be, but it's not confirmed.
I don't know if it's exactly Addison Rae's character, it might be, but it was somebody who went missing and has like since like not been found. Like still
Hmm.
technically a missing persons, and it never has been linked to Ed Gein at all.
I think I
He's
saw the
one
same
one
thing
character.
where like yeah, it's she went
Yeah.
missing, but Ryan Murphy has like taken that character and wound her into this story. So
Yeah.
back to like him getting caught because this is where a lot of the stuff comes from. Um, After they take him into custody, because like he's basically just accidentally admitted that like he's involved in the case without even knowing. They're exploring his house, which I'll tell you about some of the things that they found. They also explored the barn, which is where they found the woman from the hardware store. She was hung up by her feet, like as if she was getting ready to be tanned, like an animal. Um, I think head missing and cut from crotch to head,
Mm,
as if he was getting ready to like skin her, basically.
right.
So inside the house, they found the head of the woman from the bar, which they had never found out at the time. This was like a little bit before, maybe like a couple of years before. They had never found, you know, where she went. She'd just gone missing. They found her head. And throughout his house, like his house was a fucking mess. Trash everywhere, fucking just stuff, mold everywhere. Like it was awful. Um, they found a heart on the cooker, as if it was being prepped to be
Oh,
eaten.
jeez.
They found like a chair which had like bits of it removed and replaced with skin. They found like the cords for blinds made out of like human lips. They found
Oh.
a belt made out of nipples.
So it must have been a lot more people, is what you're saying, besides
Well,
these two girls. If like
then
he's making things out of its multiple body parts.
this is where the grave robbing comes into it.
Oh, right. Yeah, you did mention the grave
He
robbing. I
was
forgot. Oh, wow.
actively looking for graves to rob, and I'm fairly certain it's from the horse's mouth itself. Like he's admitted that like, or maybe it's just when they were looking into it, they noticed that he was stealing from graves from women that looked like his mother.
Jesus.
And they also found a pair of trousers made out of actual skin. So he was wearing
That's
it.
incredible.
Uh, it's just insane. And like, this is real shit. Like, not fictional stuff, but like, it's
Right.
inspired other fucking insane shit to happen. It's inspired these films, it's inspired other serial killers, and Ryan Murphy throughout the show makes a point of saying, like, you know, pop culture has jumped on this bandwagon of, like, this awful thing and is turning it into entertainment. And it's gotten a lot of flack for doing that, which I think is kind of the same. Obviously, it's completely different when you add context, but it's kind of the same thing that Joker 2 got flack for, like taking the piss out of the people that were watching it, and then it got
Right.
bad reviews. Like when people get like the finger pointed at them, like, are you the monster for enjoying watching this true crime thing? Like, people don't like the finger being pointed. So I kind of get what he was trying to do, and he made a lot of like, some of it did come across as like glorifying. I think I mentioned it to you after I finished watching it, and I was like, the ending is definitely, I get it, and I get what he's going for, but people are not gonna like it because it's basically like, because Ed Gein got to live out the rest of his life in an insane asylum, in
Yeah.
like a mental institution, and ended up dying of cancer. And the ending scenes of Monster are him being wheeled through on like a wheelchair, like as if he's going into heaven, and all of these other serial killers and stuff celebrating him and
What the
like
fuck?
cheering him on and stuff. And then like at the very end he's confronted with his mother as if she's God, because growing up that's what she was to him. And I get like the message he's trying to send is that like we often do glorify serial killers and things and like take inspiration a lot from horrific stuff. But at the same time, like he heavily sexualized the shit out of this person. Like he showed Ed Gein having sex with a dead body. He showed
Yeah.
Ed Gein jerking off within the first 2 scenes of this show.
That is really weird.
Which Ryan Murphy has a track record at this point of doing this sort of shit. He heavily fetishizes so much stuff. It's why, like, I get such the urge to show you some American Horror Story stuff, but then I'm like, oh, there's some scenes that I don't want to watch with you. Because they're almost porn.
I was just talking about that with somebody about why that's the reason I really can't get into American Horror Story, because just some of the scenes I don't want to watch that shit. I'm sorry.
It is like
Like,
super fetishy, and it's I feel like he's kind of damaging for us because he's
yeah.
representing the queer community,
Oh,
and the queer community already get stereotyped as being overly sexual. And I'm like, you're sending the wrong message. Can't you just make, like, something horror-related that doesn't have sex? Because he got backlash for, like, inserting incest into the second season. Where, like, it wasn't present in the real story. Like, everything else about the second season was fine, but for some reason he decided to throw some incest in there. And he does often cast very attractive people in all of his stuff. And he did the same here
genuine
with Ed Gein.
heartthrobs.
Yeah, like, why... It's clearly people that he
And
finds attractive, right?
and these like people already sexualize these serial killers for some fucking reason. I'll never understand it, the like fangirling that goes on when it comes to these people, but it's genuine, like it's upsetting.
And he's
So to
not
like
making
feed
it any
into
better.
that, yeah, it's like not great. It's not a good look for sure, and it's not gonna win you any points with any regular people. And then yeah, you're talking about him pointing the finger at the audience watching it while he's doing this weird stuff. Like, whose side are you on?
This is the thing. I feel like, honestly, just like to begin with, Ed Gein's story in general doesn't warrant like an 8-episode season. He added just so much stuff, and like I don't know too much about Ed Gein's partner, like girlfriend, who is in this show. But he made like a whole character out of her. She was almost like a Harley Quinn kind of character, like a partner
Oh,
in
jeez.
crime. He turned them into like a Bonnie and Clyde of killing, where she would like help him. Like she would see all the bodies and take photos of them and stuff, and she was like in on it. Like I
That's
don't know if
crazy.
any of that shit was like actually legit. That's never come up in any of the actual like documentary stuff that I've watched about Ed Gein.
Yeah.
And I feel like, you know, how would he have that inside information?
I don't think he would.
No. He's
And
clearly made it up.
I'm not a fan of like dramatizing things that are already horrible.
I
Like,
think
I don't know.
if he was going to change, I mean, he might have with some characters, but if he was going to change the names, like, including Ed Gein's, I do not think that we should be, like, using the real fucking names for this shit. But if he wanted to do, like, his own Texas Chainsaw, you know, fucking House of Horrors, this guy's making furniture out of human people kind of thing, he could have just done a show on that, and people would have actively known. I mean, in American Horror Story Season 2, he has a guy that wears a skin mask. Like, he's clearly got an interest in this sort of, like, true crime area, right? He could have done a whole TV show of this, and people would have just watched it as, like, it's inspired by You know, rather than this is a factual retelling that's
Yeah.
dramatized. And then they link it into Ted Bundy. He does Ted Bundy as well.
Oh, jeez.
He just fucking compacts that in there and like
Wait,
suggests that
in the Ed
Ed
Gein show, he's
Gein.
doing.
Yeah. The last
Oh,
episode or two. So he does a reference to Mindhunter, which is risky because Mindhunter's got a die-hard fan base. We are going to be watching that show at some point. I'm pre-warning you. I think you're going to love it.
yeah.
It's basically like the origins of serial killers and how they
Hmm.
came up with the term, and like like they go around interviewing serial killers and shit. It's good. But he directly references that by like having the characters from that show in his show, but like played by different people, but they're the same characters basically with different names and stuff, but they look super similar and act super similar. And then he also suggests that Ed Gein helped catch Ted Bundy,
Mm, interesting.
which like there's no like proof out there at all that Ed Gein was like consulted with the FBI, like was visited at all by them. You know, he makes links to another serial killer. I think he was a serial killer. I'm pretty certain he killed multiple nurses, which also happened in American Horror Story. Ryan Murphy likes recycling his serial killer inspiration. But there's a serial killer that's also referenced as like having contact with Ed Gein, um, called like Birdman or something. I've never really heard of him, but as far as I'm aware, that's all bollocks as well. It was just like another way to kind of rope in this other serial killer at the end of the show. I don't know. The whole thing just felt like I enjoyed the references to the pop culture stuff, and I quite like the idea of pointing the finger and being like, you know, should we maybe be turning all of this into entertainment? But then
Right.
that after the first couple of episodes, it kind of like when he starts delving into the Alfred Hitchcock stuff and he starts just blatantly making shit up like the house thing. Um and then like him fucking messing around with the chainsaw and stuff, like shit we don't know that happened. He's got a whole scene where he's wearing like this full skin suit and he's out dancing in the snow. What the fuck? How do we know that that happened?
Just doing shit.
Just making shit up. I feel like the Breaking Bad gif where he's like, he can't keep getting away with this.
I
Like, what the fuck?
just, it's kind of funny. He's like trying to set up serial killer cinematic universe, like just
It's funny you say that because Ed Gein, played by the same actor, is going to be appearing in the next season.
Jesus.
He quite literally is making his own serial killer cinematic universe.
Why do they keep letting him make more
That's what I'm
seasons of this
saying. He
show?
can't keep getting away with this.
They
But
have to
people
cancel it.
watch it.
Ugh.
This is the thing.
Yeah, I did
So,
cave for Dahmer, but that was because literally every single person was
yeah.
talking about it on planet Earth. I feel like Ed Gein has not been as popular. I've not heard it from anybody, but when Dahmer came out, it was detrimental. Like, I don't understand why everyone was so into that TV show.
I think with Dharma, I think it was like the first episode was just like so shocking to watch because of like the tension and stuff. And also, as far as I'm aware, Dharma was more factually accurate. Whereas with this one, like, even in the first episode. Oh! Yeah, by the way, they found a box of vulvas in Ed Gein's
Oh my
house.
god.
Just gonna throw that out there because I forgot. Thought you might like that one.
Fucking
I
bulbous.
don't. Ugh, awful. They have that in Alfred Hitchcock's reenactment. Because of course they do. But
Oh my
yeah, I think
god.
like even in the first episode of the Ed Gein one, you can tell like straight away that they're taking creative liberties. And I feel like yes, we're aware as a society that we're fucked. Okay, we're all very aware of it, and we will acknowledge it when we need to. I think that we should be doing, if we're gonna do TV shows like this, they have to be inspired by and not trying to fucking retell these
Yeah.
real people's stories and
Yeah.
like adding fictional shit for the sake of it.
No, I definitely I don't think it's a in good taste at all to be doing stuff like that. People do, like even when you're like listening to like true crime podcasts or like true crime YouTube videos or whatever, like some of these people like over they make it too interesting, like too much of like a story. It's like this is a real act that happened, like, and it's horrible, and we should be looking at like the facts of the situation. And
Yeah.
like yeah, when you're doing like an inspired by situation, like yeah, you can take your creative liberties because it's not you're not playing with people's real lives.
If this was not the Ed Gein show, and this was, called something else, and the characters were named something else, I would honestly love it. Like, I
He
think
could take
as,
off the name. You just call it Monster. Like,
yeah,
why do you have to?
I think, like, as, like, an Ed Gein show, it's awful. But I think, like, as a horror show, it's really well done. The production's
Right.
there, the cast is there, like, all the effects and stuff, the soundtrack, like, the money and budget and stuff are there for it. But it's just, like, the taste, I guess, is just not there.
Yeah.
Like, it's in bad taste. Um, but yeah, I mean, how did you feel? Did you finish the Dharma one? How did you feel about that one?
Well, I mean, I wasn't a huge fan. I'm not
Well,
really.
no.
I don't like. I don't know. I felt like it did do a good job at showing how fucking incompetent police officers are, which is mainly most of these true crime stories is just police officers not doing their jobs.
Yeah.
So, I mean, other than that, I mean, it kind of tried to make you feel bad for him in a way at the beginning, and I wasn't. I mean, I don't know. I just don't have sympathy for people like this personally. I
That's
can't
another
dredge
thing
up the
that
sympathy.
I think that he did that with this as well, where he included certain things. And I mean, factually, there is stuff going on with Ed Gein's mum. So, fair enough, include that stuff. But,
Right.
like, even during the more modern day sections when he's older and, like, he's taking medication for his schizophrenia and, like, the whole thing where there's a scene where it shows on the news that they caught Ted Bundy and he looks proud that, like, he was involved and he, like, tells somebody, like, oh, I helped catch him. Like, I
Ugh.
told him. And it's like, should we as an audience be sat here, like, proud of him after we've watched all the horrific shit that he's just done? Like, why include that? And, like, for
Yeah,
it
no,
to
I
not
don't get
even be
that.
real. It's just a weird choice. Very fucking straight. Can we please just have Ryan Murphy just, like, put in a room somewhere for a little bit to just think about what he's done? Can we take some money away from the man?
Please. No, they're gonna keep
Because,
playing with money.
like, even like, as much as I do like American Horror Story, it's definitely like a nostalgia thing for me because I, like, watched it in my teens. And, like, it was one of those shows that, like, I watched as I got older. Like, I just stuck with it out of habit.
Right.
And I, like, looking back, I'm like, ugh, some of that was, like, awful to watch. Some of it I
It's
still do like, but
yeah, it's probably easier to stomach by itself, but when you think of how many seasons there are now, like there's crazy shit in every season. I don't know. I just can't. I can't brave it. It's too much.
do you listen to, like, do you listen to any true crime stuff, or do you watch any true crime stuff, or is it not
I'm
your
not.
thing?
No, I'm not a fan of true crime stuff. I think the horrors of real life kind of keep me on my toes enough. I don't need to think about serial killers.
Yeah, you've got taxes and stuff to think about instead.
Well, no, I mean, I am constantly thinking about serial killers, but like
Oh,
ones that are gonna try to get me.
I thought you meant just like your everyday horrors of paying bills.
No.
No, not this time.
I'm scared for my life when I go outside.
I
Dude,
don't
like,
relate.
I mean, I guess the true crime I'm interested in is like the news that's happening now, because all over my like feed, I'm just seeing all these girls who are going missing or turning up dead. Like, it's crazy what's happening right now.
I have no fucking idea. Like, we don't have any of that shit.
Oh my God. I
And
mean,
if we
I'm
do, I
sure,
don't see it.
yeah. Well, it's been a couple, like, there was that, the one that just happened was the rapper, or I think actually he's a
Oh
music
no, I did see
artist.
that. I did see that. The
And
David dude.
he has like a, actually, is he a rap artist? I actually don't think he is.
Well, whatever.
But, um, yeah, his like underage girlfriend was found dead
In
in
his
his
trunk.
trunk. Yeah. And then there was this other girl that just, man, I can't remember any of their names. That's what's terrible about this.
Everything is obviously
But
like,
she was found in a fucking barrel.
oh my god.
Just like they got an anonymous tip from this guy that it was oh, actually this might have been closer to home. This might have been like Metro Detroit News. But it was a mom and a son who got arrested for it because the mom helped him after he killed his girlfriend and then got some other person to take a barrel and transport it to this like it was like in the back of a semi truck, like the little thing, but like
Oh.
not connected to a semi truck, just the canister thing,
Mm.
and they found her body in the barrel. So yeah,
Jesus Christ.
not great. Not great things happening in the world. This is what I focus on.
I'm
I
glad that
can't
you
like
sleep well at night.
I listen to true crime and I'm just like horrified. I'm like what is going on? Why, like, I don't understand. There are people who like listen to it for fun, like to relax. I can't fucking relax listening to that stuff.
Okay,
All I
well
can think
this
about.
now you've directly called me out.
I have I just have too much anxiety and I've been told my whole life that I'm gonna get kidnapped and killed because my dad's paranoid. So it's just like it's constantly on my mind. I can't relax.
I
I
definitely
can't.
grew up like desensitized to a lot of stuff because we were a household that like CSI was on every night.
Right.
So like, crime scenes,
Yeah.
autopsies, the whole shtick. My mum, like her favorite film was Silence of the Lambs. So she loved horror films. So in turn, I like horror films.
Right.
But also, you mentioned like not necessarily to relax, but like I listen to podcasts at work that are true crime podcasts. Like I
Right.
do listen to it for some form of like distraction or entertainment, if you will, like just something to instead of like music or whatever. And it's what I actually wanted to end it on because whereas Ryan Murphy might fictionalize the shit out of it, I wanted to recommend to people that might click on this video, people that don't fictionalize the shit out of it. And
Thank you.
it's a married couple that do a podcast called Murder with My Husband. Peyton and Garrett? God, I feel like I've forgotten his name and I've listened to like 100 of their podcasts. I think Peyton and Garrett. And they do this like kind of similar to how we do actually, where like I tell you something and you react. Peyton will like do a true crime deep dive on a case and present it to Garrett and he will react to it while she's also telling us the story of it. But she makes a point of like going into the victims more
Right.
than the serial killers if she can.
Right.
And highlighting like their achievements, what they did in life, that kind of thing, and make sure to like end on the victims while staying as factual as possible. She also like links all the references and stuff that she's got. So if anybody wants like a good true crime podcast, I recommend Murder with My Husband. They did do an Ed Gein one, which I did listen to earlier today, which I'm glad because I was able to like mention stuff to you that they brought up for like better context and stuff.
Yeah.
Um and yeah, like she kind of had like the same take on it that I had of like as a dramatized piece of fiction, it would have been entertaining, but as like a factual story, it wasn't great. And I think that's the thing to like take away from it. I also don't think that we should be like dressing up as Ed Gein for Halloween.
Please don't.
Don't dress up as fucking like I know somebody that dressed up as Dharma a couple of years back.
Oh gosh. Dress up as Leatherface or something. Like it's
Yeah, like
seriously
if
like
you've
there
got
are
to do it,
plenty
just make
of
it fictional.
there are plenty of fictional scary people. Like you don't need to do it. I promise. They're
People,
not
there's just
that
no sense of
cool.
like, there's no empathy. There's no sense of
No.
like that thought of taking things into consideration and like taste and stuff and like is something right or in bad
Uh
taste. We're,
yeah. I
we're
just
ending on a real positive note.
I'm really sad. But yeah, thank you, Murder with My Husband, for not being weird about it. Because I do, like, I appreciate people who get the word out there. Because yes, this stuff is important to talk about. Like, I don't want to, like, say that everybody who is, like, involved in true crime is terrible for even being involved in it. Like, we should be remembering these, like, things that happened because of the victims and the fact that like they did lose their lives in terrible situations. Like we shouldn't be erasing that, but to dramatize it is definitely not the way to go.